world moves faster than ever before. Every second, millions of people are on the move, and information travels at lightning speed. The pace of life has accelerated, and with it, the way we receive and process news has changed dramatically. News arrives instantly, no longer waiting for the morning paper. The days of waiting for the evening broadcast or flipping through yesterday's headlines are gone. Now, breaking news can reach us in the blink of an eye, whether we're just waking up or about to fall asleep. Smartphones are our windows to the world, buzzing with endless information. With a single swipe, we can access stories from across the globe, updates on local events, and opinions from every corner of society. Our devices have become essential companions, keeping us connected to the pulse of the planet. This speed, powered by the internet, has transformed reporting. Journalists now work in a digital environment where deadlines are measured in minutes, not days. The internet has made it possible to share updates in real time, reaching audiences instantly. Journalists now provide information at an unimaginable pace. Live updates, social media posts, and instant video streams have become the norm. The pressure to deliver news quickly is higher than ever before. The pressure to be first is immense, creating new challenges. Newsrooms race against the clock, striving to break stories before competitors. This urgency can lead to mistakes, and the line between accuracy and speed is often tested. We check our phones constantly, weaving news into daily life. Whether we're at work, at home, or on the go, news is always within reach. It's become a habit, almost a reflex, to stay updated at all times. This access makes us more informed than any generation before. We can share stories with friends, debate headlines, and learn about events as they unfold. The world feels smaller, and our awareness of global issues has grown. We can follow stories from multiple sources with a few taps. Comparing perspectives, fact-checking, and exploring different viewpoints is easier than ever. The diversity of information empowers us to form our own opinions. However, this flow of information has consequences. The sheer volume of updates can be overwhelming, making it hard to separate important facts from noise. Information overload is a real challenge in the digital age. The demand for speed can sacrifice depth and context. Stories may be published before all the facts are known, leading to confusion or misinformation. The rush to be first sometimes means that accuracy and thorough analysis are left behind. As we navigate this landscape, understanding the benefits and pitfalls of instant information is crucial. We must learn to pause, question, and seek out reliable sources. Critical thinking is more important than ever. The way we tell stories is changing, and we must adapt. Journalists use new tools and platforms to reach audiences, experimenting with formats and technologies. The future of news will depend on our ability to balance speed with responsibility. The cycle of reporting, verifying, and publishing is compressed. Every step happens faster, but the need for accuracy and trust remains. Newsrooms must find ways to uphold standards while meeting the demands of the digital era. The demand for speed can sometimes come at the expense of depth and context. As consumers, we must recognize this trade-off and value both timely updates and in-depth reporting. Only then can we truly understand the world around us. Instant news connects us profoundly. We share in global moments, fostering empathy and understanding. Yet the constant stream can be overwhelming, leading to information overload. Alerts create urgency and anxiety, causing news fatigue. This emotional toll can lead to disengagement, risking informed citizenship. We must balance staying informed with maintaining well-being. Information becomes a commodity, quickly consumed and discarded. Stories requiring deep thought can be lost in the shuffle. As news consumers, we must seek depth and context. We have a responsibility to understand the stories shaping our world. Finding balance is key in this hyper-connected age. Journalism is evolving, illustrated by a hypothetical text interview with a public figure. This format departs from traditional methods, offering a written record published instantly. It suits public figures comfortable in the digital realm, allowing message control. For journalists, it provides access to otherwise inaccessible individuals. The exchange mimics conversation, but lacks tone and body language. This format reflects our communication style, raising questions about journalism's future. We must critically assess these methods' implications for information quality. Supporters see text interviews as necessary innovation. They argue it engages otherwise inaccessible figures, reaching wider audiences. A written transcript provides a clear, undeniable record. Critics argue it erodes journalistic standards, giving too much control to interviewees. Without live pressure, figures can dodge questions or craft evasive answers. Journalism is about truth pursuit, not just asking questions. A live interview allows pressing for clarity and accountability. Embracing such methods risks sacrificing the press's watchdog role. We must ensure new formats don't weaken journalism's power. In the digital age, text interviews have become increasingly common, but they come with significant challenges. One of the biggest risks is the loss of accuracy and context. When conversations are reduced to written words, subtle meanings and important nuances can easily be overlooked or misunderstood. Real-time fact-checking is a cornerstone of responsible journalism. However, the asynchronous nature of text exchanges often leads to delays, making it harder for journalists to verify information on the spot. This lag can allow misinformation to slip through the cracks. In today's fast-paced media environment, false claims can spread rapidly across social platforms before corrections or clarifications have a chance to catch up. The speed of digital communication can amplify errors, making it even more difficult to contain misinformation once it's out. Unlike face-to-face or video interviews, text strips away tone, emotion, and hesitation, elements that are crucial for understanding a person's true intent. Without these cues, it's easy to misinterpret answers or miss signs of uncertainty. Journalists have a responsibility to provide context, not just report the words spoken or typed. Context helps audiences understand the bigger picture and prevents quotes from being taken out of meaning or misused. The back-and-forth nature of text interviews often limits the ability to ask immediate follow-up questions. Interviewees can take their time, carefully crafting responses, or even avoiding difficult topics altogether, which can leave important questions unanswered. This shift in communication gives interviewees more control over the pace and direction of the conversation, altering the traditional power balance between journalist and subject. Transparency is the foundation of public trust in journalism. Audiences need to see how information is gathered, verified, and presented to believe in its credibility. As journalism evolves, we must embrace innovation and develop new tools and methods to maintain the same level of rigor and integrity in digital formats as in traditional reporting. The journalist's role remains unchanged: to provide context, challenge falsehoods, and ensure that the truth is not lost in translation, regardless of the medium. Text interviews, if not handled carefully, can obscure the truth and allow subjects to avoid accountability, making it harder for journalists to hold power to account. The challenge for today's journalists is to adapt and maintain the highest standards of rigor, even as the formats and tools of reporting continue to change. By embracing innovation and upholding our commitment to truth and accountability, we can ensure that journalism remains a vital pillar of democracy in the digital era. Fact-checking is crucial in the age of instant information. In live interviews, real-time verification helps separate fact from fiction. Text interviews complicate this, with corrections often delayed. Falsehoods can spread before truth catches up, burdening news organizations. Subjects can use pre-vetted information, avoiding unscripted moments. Journalists must analyze intent and point out evasive tactics. Transparency in journalism builds public trust. News organizations must provide context and annotations for text interviews. This ensures accountability and transforms transcripts into journalism. Follow-up questions are key to accountability. In journalism, the ability to ask a follow-up question is what separates a surface-level interview from one that truly seeks the truth. When a journalist presses for more detail or clarification, it puts public figures on the spot and forces them to address inconsistencies or gaps in their statements. These follow-ups challenge inconsistencies and demand clarity, ensuring that answers are not just accepted at face value. They help uncover hidden truths and prevent evasive responses from going unchallenged, which is essential for holding those in power accountable. However, text interviews often lose this dynamic. Without the immediacy of a live conversation, public figures can simply ignore tough questions or provide vague answers, knowing there's no instant pushback. The silence in text lacks the weight and pressure of a live interview setting, where hesitation or avoidance is immediately noticeable to both the journalist and the audience. To adapt, journalists must innovate and develop new strategies to ensure accountability in these evolving formats. This might mean using technology to track unanswered questions or collaborating to craft more effective follow-ups. Publishing unedited transcripts and companion articles can help by providing transparency, allowing the public to see which questions were dodged or left unanswered. Ultimately, the goal remains the same: to serve the public by relentlessly pursuing the truth, no matter the format or medium. As journalism evolves, new formats must not compromise the core value of accountability. Ethical standards and rigorous questioning must be maintained, even as the tools and platforms change. Journalists must continue to innovate, experimenting with new methods and technologies to maintain the same level of rigor and scrutiny that live interviews provide. The art of the follow-up remains crucial for accountability, whether in person, on camera, or through digital text. Journalists must find creative and persistent ways to ensure accountability in text interviews, refusing to let important questions go unanswered. In the end, the mission is clear: to serve the public by pursuing truth, upholding transparency, and demanding accountability from those in power. A free press is a democracy cornerstone. Journalism acts as a watchdog, holding power accountable. Strong journalism strengthens democracy. Weakened journalism risks it. Interview formats can help or hinder this process. Formats allowing evasion weaken the press's watchdog role. Public trust is journalism's currency, earned through transparency and accuracy. New formats risk trust if not handled carefully. An informed citizenry is democracy's lifeblood. Journalism provides reliable information for informed decision-making. We must adapt methods without sacrificing core principles. Journalism's future involves experimentation. We must innovate wisely, committed to principles, not formats. The public must actively participate, being critical thinkers. Support good journalism by subscribing to trusted sources. Share well-reported articles and value investigative reporting. Professional journalism requires support to continue vital work. The journalist-public relationship is a partnership. We provide reliable information. You seek it out and engage. The world changes quickly, but our commitment to truth remains. Together, we ensure journalism serves its democratic role. Supporting journalism is a concrete action everyone can take. Together we navigate this landscape, ensuring journalism's role in democracy.